Tony Stark's and Pepper Potts' daughter, Morgan Stark, is allegedly making her way back into the MCU in the upcoming Avengers Secret Wars, and she will be played by the actress who did play her in deleted scenes in Avengers Endgame. So I think a lot of you will remember that Catherine Langford was cast as an older version of Morgan Stark. And she was featured in that sequence where obviously Tony has done his good deed, and as he's dying, he sees her in the other realm. They decided to cut this with audience test screenings because audiences did not understand that that was a aged up version of his daughter. And honestly, it makes sense, but also remember, test screenings for audiences didn't understand that Loki could shapeshift when he was literally doing it in the film. So, never trust the audiences, but I can see how this one would have been a little bit more confusing, and they would have had to dump some exposition in there to try to explain what's going on. Well, as the MCU continues to go on, obviously actors are getting older, and it's rumored that we're going to have another skip in terms of time between upcoming Avengers films. Now, whether or not this is true or not, who really knows? But reportedly, Catherine Langford is back as Morgan Stark in Avengers Secret Wars, and she will be the proper aged up version of Morgan that we saw in the last Avengers film. And you know what? If this turns out to be true, great. It's a good way to bring her back, and we know that the Russo brothers specifically cast her because they really liked her audition and what she did. And she's expressed interest in joining Marvel again and doing something else, if not playing Morgan again. And the Russo brothers and even Kevin Feige said they had a great time working with her and want her back. So I can see how these reports are making their way, out here, and they would honestly make a whole lot of sense. She's going to see her dad, except this time he's Doctor Doom and evil. And well, how's that going to affect her as she is growing just behind the scenes because we haven't seen her? So it's a pretty good, impactful story element to follow up on from Avengers Endgame all the way to Secret Wars.